Okay. It says I'm connected. Hopefully I stay connected. Hop on. Say hi. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Still raining up there? Wow, it stopped here. I was just out. It still didn't start raining, but I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. It's 8 o'clock. We're going to get started. I'm going to flip the camera down and we're going to get started. Just a reminder, starter kit. If you're not working with the current demonstrator, you can get $165 worth of product for $99. And oh, wow. I was wondering about that. $165 worth of product for $99. You can order the kit, get that for yourself. You can make a business. You can be a hobby demonstrator. No obligations. You don't have to do videos. You don't have to have parties or anything like that. Just order the product if you want and keep it, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else with that. But also, when you order the kit, you do get business supplies. You get catalogs, order forms, and such. Any questions, you can email me at dkl333 at comcast.net, or you can go to my website, deblehigh.stampinup.net. Okay, and that will tell you. If you're not working with the current demonstrator, I would love for you to be on my team, Deb's Creative Crew, and I would send you a catalog if you're not working with a current demonstrator. I'm waiting on mine, so. Okay, we're going to get started. I have one 12 by 12 page to show you. I'm using Smoky Slate 12 by 12. Okay. And I got this idea from my sister Linda. When we went up, my daughter and I went up um, to see her. Hi, Tina. Welcome. And she gave me this cute little card. This is what she showed. She had a class up at camp, and that's what they made. The kids made in camp. Okay, and she gave me one. So I'm bringing my version of that in, and I did this. Okay, what I did was I cut the flower pot down and ran it through the exposed brick 3D embossing folder. Okay, I cut a piece of basic gray, which was 7.5 by 2.5, and I cut it on a diagonal so it looks like a table. That's going to go down there. This is going to lay on here, and then I did an oval, and I slid it under here. This oval is retired. Okay, I used the layering ovals that we used to carry to make it look like a doily. Okay, then I have some ribbon, and that's going to lay across, wrap around, and a bow. Then I went with the Be My Valentine for the hexagon, and I used next to the smallest, so it's either the fourth one in or the second one from the center. And I cut, let me get this here, and I cut basic gray. Okay, cut that out. When you cut that out, you get the outline and you get the layer that goes inside. Okay, I did this with Bokeh DSP, and I just wanted that. Whoops, wrong thing. Took 1/8 of an inch and made a frame so it looks like a window pane. But I went and cut a window sheet out. I'm going to lay that on top, and I'm going to lay this. Whoop, my bird's upside down. I drew those birds by hand. I just took my marker and drew the birds, and that's going to get laid on top there. So before I glue this down, I was thinking how I was going to glue the window sheet on. That's going to go up in the corner. That's going to go here. And then I have 6.25 by 4.25 basic gray. It's going to lay up there. 6 by 4 basic white. That's going to go there. Okay. Then I took 3.25 by 4.25 and 3 by 4 basic white, basic gray, basic white, and that's going to go there. Same thing, 3.25 by 4.25, 3 by 4, that's going to go there. Then I took this ribbon. It's a double pack. It comes with petal pink and white, 1/4 inch. It's a diagonal trim ribbon. This is a 2-pack. You get 2 of them. And I took Azure Afternoon and colored it. I took Darling Duck, colored that. And I took my Timber Tiger and I colored that. And I colored it, and you'll see it. You can see the dark. Okay. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. And that's going to go there. All right. So now we're going to start putting it together. Oh, hi, Gina Marie. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to start by putting this down. And get my glue here. If I have to, I'll get a new one. That's going to go right on the end and right on the side there, right up against. I have myself on my big TV here, so that way I see what you see, other than what I can see on my iPad. Okay? And then this is going to get laid there. And I want to make sure. I just took a small piece of tape and I laid it here to hold my flowers. By the way, I fussy cut all them because there's no die with this stamp set. What they have are circles. So I fussy cut those flowers. That's going to go laying there. But before we put that down, we're going to put our ribbon on. Turn it over. And let me get my snail. Put that down. That looks good. Now we're gonna put some dimensionals on each of the big flowers. Take off the backing. I did 4 different colors. I did Azure Afternoon, and then I did 3 of our new ink colors, Strawberry Slush, which is a returning one. We used to have that before, Darling Duck, and Timber Tiger. So this, I want to make sure I get it straight. So let me put, or I should use my liquid glue, Deb. Put that right about like that. I'm going to flip this over. That's good. Whoops. Okay. Now I'm going to put some glue on here. I'll lay it down. And pop them down. I'm not worried about these not being down because they're going to be in a scrapbook anyway, so it's going to be pressed down that way. Okay. And then our bow, I'm just going to put adhesive right there. I'm going to just lay my bow on there. Okay. So let's put some glue. I'm so used to using my liquid glue. And once again, these are 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 is the basic gray. And 3 by 4 is your basic white. And you would need 2. And this one is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, basic gray, and 4 by 6, basic white. I did not put any verbiage on here, but I would think Mother's Day just passed, so you could use it for Mother's Day. Birthday. I'll flip this over, and let me just use this. I was going to get some, you could just take tear and tape and just lay it over. Just move it to make it straight. Okay, and then we're going to put it down. Like so. And do the same thing with these. One's going to go on the left and one's going to go on the right. And when I said about tear and tape, you just take a piece off. And you're going to just lay that over and then lay your tear and tape right on top. You could use Scotch tape too. And then we'll go put these down. You can even remove this if you want. If you can. There we go. Well, come on, Deb. The first one was easy. I'm not going to worry about it. Here we go. Got to fight with it. And then I'm just going to use glue to put it down. And that's going to go here. Okay. Do the same thing. This is going to go on this is on the right side, this is on the left side. Wanted to make sure I had the right side up. Do some tear and tape. I'm not going to peel these off. So, not too much of a trouble. Okay. See, then that way you can slide your picture inside because I'm not gluing it down here. Okay. And then this is going to go right here, line it up with that one. Okay, looks straight. Okay, now for this, I was thinking how I was going to do the window sheet and all that together. So what I'm going to do is line this up on the window sheet, okay? Let me flip it over. Okay, I'm going to lay it down. And I am gonna grab, well, I can do my tear and tape. And I am just gonna take, I have it on, oh, you can't see. I put it on the window sheet on that edge because you're not gonna see that because I'll have this over it. It will hold it in place. And then I'm gonna do, well, I didn't do it long enough. That's all right. I'll just do a little one. Okay. See, I have it on the plastic, the window sheet. That will hold that in place. Okay. And then this gets laid on top. Okay. So I just have to move it around and get it to right where it's supposed to be. All right. So now I'm going to take glue and just put it on the outside. I'm not going to put any on the inside here. Okay. And then we're going to lay it down on top of the window sheet and the window. Like so. And there you have your window with the window sheet. And that's going to get up in the corner. And I'm going to put some glue dots or dimensionals on that. I'm just pushing it down on the window sheet. Okay. So let's get some dimensionals. Put one on each point and in the center. Okay. Pick them off. One sticking to my finger. Doesn't want to stick with the tear and tape. I should have taken it off, I guess. See? I'll put it up here a little bit. Okay. Make sure the birds are going right way. That's going to get up here. All right. So now if you want verbiage, there's room here. You can put some here. But I am let me get some bling. I cleaned mine out and kept what was good and what wasn't. And I did get some new ink colors, but I don't see them in here. Oh, here they are. Okay, let's put some of these on. These are the new ink colors that came out in the catalog for 2025 to 2027. Every 2 years we get 5 new ink colors. So this one here, you cannot get the ink pad they're having problems with, but you can get everything else in that color. It's cloud cover. They're having problems with that. Okay, so we use strawberry slush. So I'll put one there. I use Darling Duck. Put one there. And I use Timid Tiger. And I'll put that there. And then we'll start over again. And one more, let's do that one there. Okay. Oh, I think I need a couple more. I think I need one here. So let's do one here. Let's do it, yeah. Do one, now let's put one here. And we'll do this one over here. Okay. There you go. Now, if you plan on putting verbiage on it, you don't want to put bling where it is. But that is my page for tonight. Using the Spotlight on Nature flowers and the Be My Valentine. Is that what it was? Be My Valentine? Yes. For the hexagon. So there you go. Short and simple, sweet. And like I said, I didn't glue any of these down except for these I popped up. So, alrighty. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to zoom out just a little. Thanks, Linda. So, I could see myself on TV sitting in here at my TV. It's like a 32-inch, I think. I thought, you know what? I didn't even think about it before. I could have watched it on air, and then when you froze, I would have froze. Yeah, I don't care for it, Gina Marie, but I've been doing it a lot. When my sister Linda's here, I get her to cut it out. She likes fussy cutting. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you all being here. And I will be back here on Friday with some fun fold cards. Have a great week. I'll see you here Friday, 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining me tonight. Don't forget to share my video, like it. Helps my channel. I will see you here Friday, 8 o'clock for fun fold cards. I'm going to try to do a couple different ones. Instead of the same one, I'm going to try to do the different ones. Okay? Thank you for joining. Night.